heard no shit like that in my life.
But so okay, this is my question though. If he's white and he kills it, like he's just it's a white supremacy then?
No, it's a white guy that killed somebody. Like it's
People
fucked
don't
up.
start talking about supremacy until people don't take accountability. Once accountability is taken out of it, then that's when the supremacy argument starts
That's
being
what
brought
we're
up.
saying. Like it's the after shit that was said that makes it comes off as okay. That's just white supremacy doing that shit. It's like everybody knew it was fucked up. Everybody like. Remember, week before last, we just talked about there were black people who are attacking Asian Americans. There are white people. We just had a whole conversation about this shit.
Hell, even in
But
the Rodney King riots, it was a little 8-year-old girl who got shot by a Korean corner store, pretty much a Korean corner store owner. She thought that she was stealing a thing of orange juice. It was like a $2 thing of orange juice. Ended up shooting her. The Rodney King riots happened like right after that. So like it also meant that people were doing vandalizing that side of town to the point where the Korean town got pretty much ran about the Rodney King riots area. But I don't understand what people don't understand, that wrong is wrong, and like I've been saying, and like I'm gonna keep saying, it's not a competition. This is not no. When something is going on and it's being brought attention to it by you gaslighting and saying, "Oh, but what about this? Oh, but what about that?" You sound stupid.
AK, are you recording right now?
Yes, I am.
Stop the recording. Well, no, keep it going, keep it going. Let me fix my mic. So go ahead.
No, it's just I don't like when people. And this is not just a black thing. It's not just a white thing. It's people in general. When they feel like they being marginalized or their group is being attacked, they love deflecting. And I said this earlier. I don't understand what's so hard about saying, yeah, that's fucked up. He should be held accountable. That's all people are asking for. Like, I don't understand where this whole narrative of, well, what about Black Lives Matter? Or what about Asians who don't care about us? And like, some of that is very valid. But that ain't got nothing to do with what we're talking about right now.
My thing be like when people say, hey, they don't support y'all, so why should we support them? Bro, y'all, like, what are you talking about? It comes off to me like when people truly, people that they don't get out here and actually see shit. They just be running their fucking mouth. Yep. They don't know what they talking about.
These are the people who never left their town. They never left their hometown. They stay in the same place. They never travel.
The city of Detroit. I told this dude when we got to the argument. I kept saying it, and I hate arguing with people that you can tell are clearly ignorant. Because dude kept saying, "Oh, it's been videos of black people killing Asian people all the time." You're deflecting again. The whole argument that I had with the guy was, somebody said in white supremacy, over this situation. And I was like, yeah, that's a point too. It's if you look at Spice Adam page, it's on that. You'll see the whole argument, AK, if you go look at his page where he said, I'm tired of hearing about racism, do something about it. Like,
oh, hey,
and I'm arguing with the dude, and the dude says just all dumb shit. Like, it shows the ignorance that people have. It shows that you don't pay attention, because dog was like, oh, we don't ever hear when black people do it. I'm like, bro, it was all over Twitter. It was all over the news in Detroit. Every fucking day we hear about it. It was just an attack here. We hear about it all the time. There's billboards up and down the street saying stop the violence on multiple occasions. So it's like, to say that, it's a whole fucking lie. It's just people that choose to be willfully ignorant, period. And like, y'all want to say something on the internet. Y'all always want to speak on the internet, and then when somebody check y'all bitch asses about the situation, now y'all want to deflect and say, oh, you're being rude. Oh, my people don't do that. It's not me. No, it is you, because you are also willfully ignorant to the point that you take your situation of what you don't know and you say everybody doesn't know.
Acting like there's no problem at all is just as bad as almost doing it this damn self. Hey Moxie, I think you'd be the best one to explain it. You want to explain what happened in Atlanta yesterday or day before yesterday? We're just talking about that. This is not the podcast, by the way.
Okay. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't have the most information about it because I actually found about it this morning. Are you talking about the shooting?
Yeah. I got the New York Times thing pulled up now. If y'all want me to just read it.
Yeah, that probably would be best.
8 dead in Atlanta spa shootings with fear of anti-Asian bias. There's a man who went on a rampage to 3 spas in the Atlanta area and is being charged with 8 counts of murder in connection with the attacks. Here's what we know. The suspect in the spa has been charged with 8 counts of murder. 6 of the 8 victims were women of Asian descent. President Biden is said, "I know Asian American is very concerned." A survivor of the shooting spree called his wife, "I've been shot, please come home." The suspect's parents identified him in the surveillance footage during the manhunt. Experts warned the rise of hate crime motivated by male supremacy. Asian Americans were targeted in nearly 3,800 hate crimes in the past year. And a sheriff deputy faced criticism by saying he had a bad day for anti-Asian Facebook posts. For people who don't know, they basically said that the guy had a bad day. He was a sex addict. You know what they do with these mass shooting things go on. They try to deflect and try to make light of it. Oh, he had a mental illness. Da 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 da. Instead of just, saying what actually happened. This was a guy who did some racist shit by going through and you know what he did, by targeting Asian eccentric spots and made it a terrorist attack, for lack of a better word. Like, that's pretty much what happened.
Domestic terrorism.
That's exactly what happened.
Domestic terrorism, because some people will be like, he's not a terrorist, he's from America.
No, yes, he is, but we also know why. We know why they're saying he's not a terrorist. We know why they're trying to be careful with their wording and to give him all of these outs and excuses for what he did.
So look, that's basically all that people are talking about, and I just didn't feel right going through the podcast acting like this ain't happening.
Yeah,
Wait,
this
we're
makes me
recording
really.
already?
No, this is not the podcast. This is a completely separate video. We're just talking about the ATL shootings. That's all.
This makes me, I don't know, it makes me really sad because as a black person, I really love Asian culture and I really love Asian people, you know what I mean? And I think a large demographic of people in the black community feel the same way, whether they know it or not, you know what I mean? The Asian culture is definitely heavily ingrained in a lot of our culture. Our hip-hop, Wu-Tang Clan, like Kung Fu Kenny, like we do really love Asian culture. So when I see stuff like this, we do an anime review every week. Like, I don't know, it makes me really sad. It definitely bums me out.
And like I said earlier, there are people of Asian descent that don't believe that they are, but you have people that are a part of that Asian descent. You do have some Jamaicans that will argue you up and down that some of their ancestors came from West India, which is a part of Asian culture. So just gonna throw that out there. A lot of the people, I'm sorry, I'm talking to my people right now, because my people part of the problem too. I did the research. When I said I didn't know, I went and did the research. My people are part of the problem too. So we don't get a pass on this shit either, bro.
Not at all, because you saw some of the videos. There were black people participating in that.
We have to stop saying, if they don't support me, I'm not going to support them. That's the problem. I hate to say it, that's the problem in our culture. Like, why are we waiting for people to help us? How about we help them, so in turn they help us?
But that's might even necessarily be the case. We don't have to help somebody so we can get help in return. You're just supposed to help people because it's the right fucking thing to do.
Right is right, right is right, and wrong is wrong. Like, when people start,
you're always expecting for somebody else to reciprocate. You're gonna be sitting there waiting.
Yeah, and you shouldn't expect something in return for doing the right thing.
Period. And that's what I meant by that. Like, I'm reading Instagram posts of people saying they don't help us, so why should we help them? Because they're human. It's a lot of white folks that don't help us at all.
But then there are some that do.
I'm sorry, all the people that saying they didn't come out for us for Black Lives Matter, I beg to differ.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
That actually went.
And those people were probably the ones who weren't out there them damn selves. So.
Exactly.
Right, it's like a lot of people that stayed at home but got something to say. A lot of y'all fake ass, hotel ass, bitch ass motherfuckers that got something to say.
You and that
Always
hotel
got something
shit.
to say about something about the black community, but in truth, don't want to see the black community grow. Like I
And
can't.
public service announcement for all of those Hotep and Black Israelites. You're kind of borderlining. I won't say racist because racist is definitely a systematic thing, but you're very prejudiced. You're doing exactly what the oppressors do to us. And first and foremost, you know what I mean, for the Black Israelites, your ideologies are wrong. But yeah, I mean, more than one reasons for them being wrong is because they're historically, and you know, if you're based in Christianity, like a lot of these Black Israelites are, that's your ideology is wrong. Just flat out, your ideology is wrong. And I don't know. It really just bothers me. I really feel like because of so much of what we've been going through as a people, it's kind of tainted us in a way where we're no longer able to be humane to other folk because of what we've dealt with. You know what I mean? It's hardened us to a point where it really kind of feels like it's just us and it's about us. And if you ain't, you know, if you ain't for us, then you against us. But now it's even to a matter where I don't even want you to be for us.
Right.
And that's a problem. It's counterintuitive, it's counterproductive, and it's not gonna fix shit.
It's really starting to get to a point to where we don't want us to be for us.
Like, why is there gatekeeping?
Right.
Why is there gatekeeping and be pro-black and anti-prejudice? Like, why is that a thing? If people really feel that way, then they should feel that way. It shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. Oh, you can't say that because you're white, or you can. If they really are truly on our side, let them be that. You push people away that could possibly help by doing that, and that's not helping at all.
And that's what we need. That's really what we need, because unfortunately we ain't been able to get the shit done by ourselves.
Ever.
We need those people who actually care and are allies.
Rabbit, you got anything you touch? I know you don't like talking about world events.
No, y'all said it all.
Okay.
Shit, yeah.
All right, that's all I needed to say. I just needed to get that off my chest. Moxie, Prono, anyone of y'all want to talk about something before we actually get into the podcast?
Do you want to get Joey back in here?
Yeah, go get him.
I was just gonna tell people, hey, look, stop with the bullshit. We all seen the world going to a place that none of us wanted to go. Maybe it's because we're older now, but as much as everybody talks about wanting to have a more safe world, this shit is getting darker and darker every day.
Yeah.
It's getting darker and darker every day. So at some point, when are we going to stop being hypocrites? Spice Adam put up a post and it was the truth. If you're tired of hearing about all this stuff, why don't you do something about it? How many people are truly doing something about it? Y'all can talk it. Y'all can put the hashtag Black Lives Matter, Asian Lives Matter, whatever. But what are y'all actually doing? Hashtags are words. Words are not action. Where's the action? That's all I got to say.
All right, let's. I'm gonna cut this, and then we'll be back with the actual podcast, get introductions and all of that.